This is a first impression video that I'm making for the new pen that I've just got for like over the Christmas, over Chinese New Year. Okay, so this one is the, I don't know how to pronounce this. I know this is Montblanc Meisterstück 149 resin calligraphy fountain pen. So this one over here is the curved nib pen. So this is the Montblanc Meisterstück Calligraphy Curved Nib Special Edition pen. So reason why I'm so excited about this is because we, as urban sketchers, we are always looking for, we always use pen and wash, like ink and wash, and we use a lot of pen. I've always used the curved nib in terms of a fude nib that I think we can get from Chinese brands, Japanese brand. They make a lot of these, and Montblanc is a German brand. It's a European maker, and this is, I think, their first time making a curved nib which is like a fude nib. So I was super excited when they came up with this. I was like, okay, I must get this, and must thank my dear husband for getting this for me for my Christmas present. So thank you so much. Anyway, so let's just open this up. In fact, yeah, I got this from one of the pen places in Singapore. You can actually get this from like Montblanc studio, like their shops. So it comes in this nice green sleeve, and you have these strokes. So you know, you can see the different varying width or like breadth of it, and you can see it gets like thinner and thinner, and this one gets thicker and thicker. So you do get some kind of variation. So reason why we are always into you know, fude nibs and stuff like that, and curved nibs is they give a lot of variation, and it depends on how you use the pen. So this is the pen. After you take this box out, this is kind of a, you know, as you can see from the grain of the leather, this is a very Montblanc leather. So I'm not sure if this is the leather, probably not, but this is a very Montblanc style leather, and this is the logo over here. I'm just going to open it up, and it's like, yeah, as you can see, this is how it is, and there is this little kind of instruction manual on how you can use this. It says this nib emphasizes the expression of your handwriting. 此笔 I don't know, 彰显你的个性表达，用万宝龙 something 是自我 I'm sorry, I'm not really very good at my Chinese. That's an instruction for you. So your handwriting has potential for great expressive beauty. So follow these instructions to reveal a new dimension to your script or drawing, and to ensure that you can continue to enjoy your Meisterstück expression nib for many years to come. So all types of expression are possible with the new curved nib. Depending on the angle of the nib on paper, different line widths can be created. So if you want to make like a wide horizontal line, drag it across this way. We shall try it out later, but if you drag it across this way, you get a really thick width that is like a BB. And if you want a thin vertical line, it's a medium. So if you drag it down like down this way, you get a medium line. And if you want to make a thick line, like a wide line, you need full contact with the nib. So which means when you are holding your pen, it should form like a 45-degree angle here with the paper. And if you want a very thin line, you need it like more like a 90-degree. So it's like perpendicular to the paper. And if you like even thinner, you can actually turn it upside down, as you can see here. To write with a thin line, turn the nib upside down, and drawing, sketching, turn it upside down. So there you go. So you can get BB to M. I figure like probably if you write it like turn over, like upside down, you're gonna get like a fine, probably. They also have a service guide teaching you how to use the pen. Yeah, so just read this before you start like filling in the pen. So this is the pen. Right, so let's just close this. So it's I don't know a lot about Montblanc pen because I'm not a Montblanc pen collector. I don't collect it for its value. For me, it's the nib that's important. So I don't normally buy normal pens. So I can't tell you what style this is. I know it's 149 because it says in the box. And it's a torpedo shape. Yep, right? Because both ends are like kind of curved. And this is the iconic Montblanc, the mountain, like the star, I call it. In Chinese, they call this like bird dropping, because you know when bird drop dropping come down from the sky and onto the floor. It looks like this. So sometimes they call this the bird dropping pen, 鸟屎笔. Alright. This pen comes with a sticker telling you like it is a curved nib. And over here, I think it's very standard. It says Montblanc Meisterstück, I think number 149, telling you the model. And this is a piston fill. So, okay, when you twist it open, right? Can you see this is the window where you can see how much ink you have inside? Okay, so this is the window for you to check the amount of ink you have. And when you fill this pen, you got to dip this whole pen like from here into the ink bottle, and you twist this to kind of like redraw the ink up and use it. And when you clean it, you got to dip the whole unit probably from here on into water and just like twist up and down, like let it flush. So this is how you do it, and that's how you fill the ink. So I'm not going to show you how you're going to fill the ink, but this is how the pen looks like. So it comes with this very special, like the box, we have this 3 lines that looks like it's a river, which is the same as the sticker over here. So you have these 3 lines. This shows that this is the curved nib. And you have 4810. I don't know what 4810 here means. People who are Montblanc fanatics, collectors, do tell me what 4810 here means. But here it says Montblanc 18K and something something. So this is a gold nib. And if you look at the nib, can you see that its shape? It's like more triangular. And if you turn it up, you can see that it is different. So this is not your regular nib. This is how the normal nib looks like. And for the curved nib, it has, can you see? Like it has an additional foot, like a foot. That is like a little kind of a triangle that's kind of at the top. So this is how it gives you that curve look. I am going to show you the actual writing part of it. So this is the Rhodia dot book. Montblanc. Whoa, look at that. Okay, Mont. So I think it's really good for people, like if you're just going to use it as a writing pen, it's really good for people who likes like broad nib, because it's very wet and very broad. Like, can you see how thick it is? Okay, so I don't know. I think for me, it's supposed to be, I mean, I read that for this pen, it's actually used, it's for people who write Chinese characters or like Asian characters, like Korean, Japanese, Chinese. They made this for that purpose. Okay, and of course you can use it for sketching. So this is my noobish writing of the Montblanc Meisterstück Calligraphy Curved Nib Special Edition pen. And I'm using the Montblanc Permanent Black ink. Okay, so this one is supposed to be waterproof. I use it for sketching. So remember, we saw in the instruction that if you use it horizontally at 45 degrees, you're gonna get like super thick. This is what they are talking about. Okay, I'm not sure if I can get it any thicker. So this is at 45, and this is the vertical. So this is the vertical. This is the one that is vertical line, and this is the horizontal line. So this is very, very thick. This is BB, and this is M. And this is at 45. So if I were to use it at 90, can you see that the variation? Can you see that it actually becomes thinner? And then if I were to just, I don't see a very big difference between using it vertically. Okay, and if I were to use it upside down, okay, so this is probably the same. So now it's as thin as this one, as thin as using it vertically, and yeah, it gets even thinner. So this is probably like, I think, fine. So this is upside down, but it'll be weird to actually just use this pen upside down. So this is at 45 degrees and this is at 90 degrees. Okay, so then I'm just going to show, so this is the variation that you can get. So all you need to do when you write or when you draw is to just vary the angle that you would write or draw. So this is how the fude kind of work as well. Maybe I will in another video show you how it compares to a fude, just to show you how it is easy to fill. Can you see? So easy to fill the spots, and you know, this doesn't make sense because it's just so thick. Like, I can't really see the variation. So let me just write very noobishly the alphabet. I am really noob at this. I don't think you will see a lot of difference. I don't know if I'm using this right or wrong. You might need to get used to it, because if you are just using it at a 45 degree, you might end up just writing like super like broad, and you might be wondering where is that variation. So that's my noobish writing. So I think for me, I can't say that I am used to this. To me, the variation is just too little. But I haven't really tried this for like drawing yet. I haven't take this out for actual like urban sketch. So I can't really say that I can't make a good conclusion about its use for drawing yet. But I think this is something that I will do in the next few months, just to try this out when I draw, to see if it's useful. But the good thing that I like about it is that it's very, very wet. So I do have problem, like recently when I use my old fude nib, is that the fude nib is sometimes getting a little bit dry. And then on some of those paper, they are kind of more dry, like arches, like bao hong, they tend to skip a lot. And yeah, it's really sometimes difficult to achieve the effect that I want. So I'm quite looking forward to this pen, using it on those dry papers. But if you're using this pen on like thinner sketch paper, just be aware of how wet it is, and you can get like bleeding through. So this is a Rhodia pad, right? Rhodia, okay? And it kind of bled through to the other side. Like, it didn't bleed through, but we call this ghosting, so it went over a little bit. So if you are like used to using thin papers, this might not be a good paper, like good pen to use for those kind of paper. But if you're using like a watercolor paper, as I mentioned, arches or bao hong, those are like thirsty paper, and thick thirsty watercolor paper, it might be the trick, you know, to using. But of course, then you also need to think about whether you want to bring this out for urban sketching, because this is a Montblanc pen. So it might, you know, if you dropped it and you scratch the pen, you might get a heartache after that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's first impression of the Montblanc Curve Knit pen. I will follow this up with more drawing, sketching videos, just to use this on to show you if it's really you do get a lot of line variation. From here it seems like if you use it properly, you get quite a lot of line variation. But in actual fact, when you're drawing, you know, when you're actually using it, how does that compare? How does that feel? So I will give you that explanation much later. So yeah, okay, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see similar content. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.